I decided that I would join the board of XBiotech, and one may ask, well, what were the main reasons for it? And it's relatively simple. One is that science and products play a crucial role, and the other is people. I think XBiotech has both working in its favor, and the leadership of John and his experience certainly speak for him, and he has assembled a great team. So I think if you look at the products and the people, it's very promising.
At XBiotech, we're really about innovation, about ceaseless innovation in every aspect of the drug development process, all towards bringing new and better therapies to patients and reducing the cost and time it takes to get these drugs to market.
I do believe that the strength in R&D at XBiotech is definitely the screening and antibody discovery. And we have a very, very streamlined procedure.
We're the only company that I know in the world today that focuses on identifying antibodies that are produced within the human body and clone them with high fidelity and reproduce that as a product.
This could be a real game changer in the field of oncology. The traditional oncology medication, you may kill tumor cells, but you're also killing a lot of the patient's own cells.
The true human antibody is the first therapeutic antibody that is really seamless in terms of being able to be tolerated by the human immune system without being detected or causing bad side effects like anaphylactic reactions or toxicities.
The approach, which I think is quite interesting and fascinating, is not to look at a pathway and then basically blocking a pathway with a humanized antibody, but to look at people who have developed their own antibody against a condition, and then to isolate this antibody, to clone, to identify the genes, to clone and to produce this antibody, which is the exact copy of what a human being has done. And that's the specific approach taken at XBiotech. The products or projects which we're talking about and the indications which XBiotech does focus on are very promising in the sense that there are a substantial number of patients in need around the world, be it with infections like Staph aureus infections, be it with cancer like colon cancer. There are 150,000 patients alone which have that condition and very often diagnosed late. So the compound could really make a very positive impact there.
We wanted to change the way cancer therapy impacted cancer patients and change the cost-benefit equation.
You could have decentralized small production facilities built in a modular fashion, all identical to one another, which is important to guarantee the identical quality of the product made in these different facilities. And in that way, you could serve, a large number of patients around the world without having to commit hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars at risk.
XBiotech has added shareholder value, adding multiple clinical trials, developing in-house manufacturing capability, and meeting budget. It's been a remarkable journey.
From the manufacturing standpoint, because we try to go for the really simplistic and easy to set up process, we can take that method or that platform and put that anywhere within the world. And we can do it really quickly and really efficiently for a really low capital cost. And that's really where we see ourselves fitting in worldwide.
Simpler, flexible manufacturing, small capital investment, etc., will result into significantly low manufacturing cost per gram of protein that is produced. And in my estimation, these are arguably industry best COGMs that have been achieved or can be achieved at this point.
We're positioned to bring a drug to market and have multiple drugs in the pipeline on under $150 million. The average expenditure in the industry is about $6.2 billion. So we've taken a big cut out of the legitimate cost of drugs.
A company uses, in some cases, off-the-shelf technology to cut costs and develop better products. XBiotech is that kind of company. When I think about XBiotech, I think about innovation that can mean a world of difference in the way an entire industry operates.
When one looks at a company, one necessarily has to look at the leader of the company, in this case, John. And what impressed me a lot was the background. You know, he has a lot of experience in several companies in the biotech industry, and he has a way where you can feel how strongly he believes in the compound, in the future, and how much he cares. That is contagious in a company and works. And I would say the combination between knowledge and experience with emotional aspects, and if that is combined in a good way, that goes a long way.
I believe we have over 100 existing and pending patents in the United States and elsewhere. Our manufacturing process is ready to go, and we're waiting for regulatory approval to launch. With this antibody discovery technology, we can work many different aspects, exploiting natural immunity to disease. And that natural immunity can be to your own body's inflammation, or it can be to infectious agents, and it gives us a really broad range of product potentials, virtually unlimited.